All right, so Mike writes in. He's 64. He's just retired. He's got $2.5 million in his various portfolio accounts. You know, he wants to keep a couple $100,000 in cash, about 10% of his portfolio, give or take. It's that Jones guy saying, don't do that. It's too much cash. That's not working for you. That drives me crazy. And the reason it drives me crazy is because what are we trying to work for once I'm retired? A successful retirement plan where we don't run out of money, we can live in comfort the way we anticipate. Okay. Well, if leaving 10% in cash is going to make that not happen, that tells me that either we're spending too much or we should never retire. We should have kept working to add to our portfolio, because if 10% in cash in a non-interest bearing account essentially, or even a low interest bearing account, is what keeps me from a successful retirement or not, then I got some other issues to contend with, that's for sure. So we're going to assume that's not the case, all right? We're going to assume having $250,000 in cash and the rest in investments, he's going to be just fine, which I can almost assure you he will be. I don't know his circumstance. I'm just assuming that most people in the United States can get off just fine on $2.5 million without even thinking about Social Security. All right, so $2.5 million, that's $125,000 a year right there without even blinking an eye. All right, I have a sneaky suspicion old Mike is going to be just fine. All right, and that's without even taking Social Security. All right, so then we're saying, well, what am I trying to accomplish by this money keep working? Because don't forget, just because it's working, on any average linear return, yeah, it might give you 6%. We'll just use that for an example, over 20 to 30 years of retirement. Well, what to do? What point does that solve? Well, in case you want to leave more to your kids. Okay. All right, that's not for me. I got 4 kids. I'm not having my money work so my kids can have more. I'll tell you that right now. Certainly not to stress me out more when I'm putting my head on the pillow at night. If that's you, that's fine. I say if you're trying to leave more to your kids, the easiest way to do that is just to buy some second to die life insurance. But in this case, that's not what he's trying to do. So the Ed Jones guy, as in most financial advisors, are too keen on grow, run up the score. You gotta win the game. And I'm like, dude, once you've won, stop playing. Just stop playing. Why do we need growth? He's 64 years old, retired. What's the point of growing anymore? I mean, just literally answer that. So when I said to my Ed Jones guy, I said, why? Well, you gotta, for what? Well, long-term care. Okay. Again, if that extra 10% is gonna make the difference between a long-term care and no long-term care, again, I'm not set up right to have retired. I'm doing something wrong. Well, you're not making money on the cash, and net of inflation, you're losing money. Yeah, well, welcome to the world of bonds, buddy. So in that case, you should never own any bonds. I mean, that's just stupid. No one's going to say that. And then on top of that, working in a portfolio, we know the secrets of return risk, for heaven's sake. On any given year, the markets could go down 37%, like we saw in 2008. Was cash not working then? Well, in that case, stocks went on a strike. In 2001 and 2, S&P 500 was down 9, 12, 22% respectively. Was cash not working then? Q4 of 2018, the Valentine's Day massacre of 2020, was cash not working during these times? Of course it was. It's a non-correlated asset. So the idea that stocks work and cash doesn't, it's just stupid. It's just dumb. It's embarrassingly simpleton stuff. The point about non-correlated assets is that one goes up, the other stays flat, or goes down, or goes up. They're not correlated. They're independent, which means that something might not be working at any given time. Doesn't mean it's not working. And the overall nature of your retirement plan just means in any given time, it looks like it's a dead asset. That's why the whole cash is trash thing is just so infuriating to me. Why? Well, because it's losing money, net of inflation. Well, what happened in October 2007 to March 9th of 2009? Everything lost money, net of inflation. And you didn't make it back until 2012, 13, something like that. So at 5, almost 6 years of non-working assets. But man, at least negative working assets. At least it's working. That's just stupid. Anyway, Mike, if you can't afford 10% in cash in a quote non-working asset unquote, you got to rethink your retirement plan. I hope this helps. See ya.